Tucker Carlson is pretty wonderful at getting things wrong. And I have an example of that for you. So we covered previously this bizarre thing he said about the support from the United States of Ukraine being a jihad on Russia for being a society with traditional values, which is completely absurd. The United States is defending a country that is getting invaded unjustly. So how you connect that to this being, in his mind, a religious war on Russia by the United States is so strange. But within the context of that statement that we previously covered, he then goes on to say and make the prediction that in 25.9 days or something, we'll see here in a second, but he was saying by Thanksgiving, America is going to be out of diesel because of the Biden administration's and Democrats' actions in supporting Ukraine in this battle. Well, we're now past Thanksgiving, right? And I'm recording this just before Thanksgiving, and it has not happened, and it's not expected to happen. And we'll look at that after this. But watch this just humiliating moment for him where he makes this prediction and says some unhinged stuff about why we're defending Ukraine.
Anyone who's paying attention has
or helping Ukraine defend itself
had to have wondered that. Well, this week, Congressman Jamie Raskin of Maryland, of Bethesda, answered that question. Russia is an Orthodox Christian country with traditional social values, and for that reason, it must be destroyed, no matter what the cost to us. So this is not a conventional war, this is a jihad. Jamie Raskin said that out loud, but many in Washington agree with him. In
no.
both parties, they would like to see World War trans immediately.
Oh my gosh.
So what is a jihad going to mean for you? Well, the details are stunning. Thanks to the Biden administration's religious war in Ukraine, this country is about to run out of diesel fuel. According to data from the Energy Information Administration, by the Monday of Thanksgiving week, that's 25 days from now, there will be no more diesel. So what's going to happen then? Well, everything will stop. That means trucks and trains and barges all unable to move. Farm equipment will shut down. There will be no deliveries because there will be no trucks. There will be no diesel generators.
And he goes on. So diesel will be gone, will be out, we'll run out of diesel by the Monday of Thanksgiving. So I even got it wrong. It was earlier than he said. The Monday of Thanksgiving week. Well, we're past that Monday, and it has not happened. Look at Patrick DeHaan, I think it is, on Twitter saying it's been 25 days since Tucker Carlson reported that we run out of diesel in 25.9 days. And we've actually more diesel than we did when his wildly inaccurate report ran on October 28th. So he could not have been more wrong in that situation. And this is what fearmongers do. They make all of these wild predictions about the future to try to portray to their audience a reality that doesn't exist. And then they bank on the fact that their audience won't remember the false portrayals of the world that the commentator made whenever that time comes around that they made a prediction. So we've seen with Mike Lindell, he said 100 million different times, okay, not 100 million, but so many different times that by this date, Trump will be reinstated. By this date, Trump will be reinstated. By this date, the election will be overturned. And it hasn't happened. And people still follow. Alex Jones has done this. By this date, this crazy thing's going to happen. Doesn't happen. Tucker Carlson there. Within 25 days, we're going to be out of diesel. We're not. So why is it that nobody in his audience cares? Well, it's because they actually like, in a weird and distorted way, the fear that he stokes in them. As odd as that sounds, fear isn't something that you think of people longing for. But whenever you have a belief about the other side, a belief about these individuals that you hate, that is so deeply rooted in hate, then being told that horrible, terrible things are happening and horrible, terrible things will happen and your life is being threatened because of these people actually feels right. It feels like what you want to be told. And so that's what Tucker does for them. He tells them that all these people you're afraid of for whatever reason, or you don't like for whatever reason, they're going to cause all of these disastrous scenarios. And then when the disastrous scenarios don't happen, it doesn't matter because that wasn't the point. And it's exhausting to watch someone like Tucker Carlson just continue with his dishonesty and then never reevaluate whenever he is so deeply wrong. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get access to an extra full show every Saturday that only members can see, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there is a link in the description.